Having a portfolio that is very focused on high risk growth, it is important to have a strong hedge against the market. In today's video, I will be buying $1,000 worth of SCHD. In this video, we will be covering the dividend payments I will make off of this small position in SCHD. I'm hoping that this will be an amazing hedge against the market and allow my portfolio to carry a little bit less risk. Alright, so let's get right into buying it. Hopping onto my brokerage, I personally use Charles Schwab, but you can use whatever you want, but this is just what works for me. It looks like we're having a pretty green day in the market, which that's always great, but we have to get right into buying SCHD. SCHD is very consistent. It's something that I have invested in before, but have sold out because honestly immaturity. But I'm going to buy back in it because, in my opinion, it is a great hedge, and I like dividends. I think dividends are a very cool thing that not everybody gets, or not every stock gets. But SCHD, the consistent dividends, I know regardless of what the market's doing, I'm still going to get paid, which is just awesome. I love that. Before we actually buy SCHD, I'm going to kind of explain my reasoning a little bit more. So here are the main holdings of SCHD. As you can see, they are some very stable companies that didn't really do a whole much. They're kind of boring, but I like boring. Boring's cool. And this is different from the majority of my holdings, which sit in VOO and the NASDAQ, QQQM. I prefer QQQM because of the lower stock price, but that's besides the point. As you can see here, these have high growth tech stocks in both of these, and these make up a large percentage of my portfolio. And with buying SCHD, it'll allow me to hedge against this. See, 7%, 9% in Nvidia. Nvidia is a great company. It's a company I do have a lot of faith in. That's why I have so much money invested in that. But it is important to have a hedge. And all of these companies consistently up their dividends year after year. So it is a great potential for safety. With looking at SCHD, it might not seem like the best investment because, as you can see right over here, the year to date is only 6.28%, but that is not factoring in the dividend growth incorporated into this fund. Moving over to a chart that allows us to see the dividends incorporated in the stock's growth, we can see that it has done 12.82% on average for the last 10 years. This hasn't been a very good year for SCHD, but that's kind of the reason why I want to buy in right now. This seems like a great opportunity for it to keep going up. And I really personally do believe that this fund is a little bit underpriced, regardless of what the majority of other investors say. Jumping into the dividend payments that I'll actually get. So $1,000 will buy me approximately 34.3 shares. And then this will get me $8.92 per payout. You might be watching from home and think, this isn't a lot of money, which it's not. It's not. But these will be reinvested, and then they will buy me more shares and more shares and more shares and more shares, therefore increasing the amount of dividends that I get per payment. So jumping back over to Charles Schwab, we can see that the price of SCHD currently is $29.37. This is an all-time high for SCHD, but honestly, it's going to go up. I can imagine this going up to $32, $35, maybe even $40 by the end of this year or next year, because people are putting more money into safe haven assets right now because of all of the current tension in the world. But yeah, so jumping over here to the buy screen, we can see that I have selected to buy 34.99 shares. I selected a market order, and this is a day only, and I selected my dividends to reinvest because I want my position in this to grow, because I don't really care too much about that $8.90 that I get every payment. So I'd rather that just go back into the current position and build it up so I can get more dividends. Realized I made a mistake. I cannot buy 34.99 shares because it says that it doesn't support the fractional shares feature on Schwab. That's cool. It's whatever. But we're going to buy 34 shares of SCHD. Review order and place order. Order received. So let's go back over, zoom out. So we can see all of my current ETFs in their positions right now. This is a small position in the grand scheme of things, but I'm actually confident that this will be a great investment in the long term. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy personal finance and similar videos to this one right here, make sure to like and subscribe because I upload as much as I can, and I love talking about personal finance. Leave in the comments if you have any questions or if you think I should do something differently. Please let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Become financially free, invest your money, and be smart.